Hello, I am going to be telling you about a visual digital tool called Storybird.com. So I'm just going to go to Storybird.com. And so basically this is a free website known for artful storytelling. So it is two things. It's a free library of books, picture books, and poems, but it's also a tool to create your own. Um, and so just to start off, I'll show you the read option. So this is great for a classroom of any age because there's really endless possibilities. Um, and you can search, if you see down here, by categories, by formats. So let's say you wanted a picture book, you could go here, but you are a kindergarten teacher, so you might want to click here on kid. And then you can see all kinds of different options. You can look at different stories, and then you can start reading them. This is a great way to get your children inspired for literacy. It's a great way to read books if you are lacking in resources also because it's completely free. You can put them up on the smartboard, on the projector, or if they have their own devices. And this is also a way for them to bring literature home if they don't have a lot of access to that. And, if you wanted a book for even high schoolers, they have different things like that. And there are so many options and they're all really creative and really beautiful. But what I really like about this is the create feature. So what it does is it will take you to this page, and there are multiple options. You can either write a long book, a chapter book, a picture book, or a poem, all of which I think have really great potential in the classroom setting. But I come from elementary, kindergarten background, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what it would be like to do a picture book for younger students. So let's say I wanted to do a book about a farm. I typed in farm, and let's find a picture that inspires me. This cow is just fabulous, so I'm going to choose this cow. So it's going to take me to an artist who has submitted their artwork. And all of these artists submit their work for free. And they do it in hopes that you will purchase their art. But for the sake of the book, it's all free to use. So I'm going to say, okay, I really like this cow. I'm inspired to write a story, which is exactly what a child might do, or you can do with your class as a whole. So I'm going to click use this art in a picture book. So if you see here, I could start my story here, and then I could add a page, and I could look through all of these images over here. And let's see if I wanted my cow to have a friend hippo. And I can continue to write my story based on the pictures. So you can get the idea that it's a really great way to inspire students if they're having trouble, or if they just can't seem to come up with something creatively, which I know a lot of students struggle with. This is sort of a way for them to come up with something that they wouldn't have otherwise and not have to think about what they're going to write, but sort of let it come to them. And as soon as they learn that they can be creative, they'll probably be able to do it on their own without the help of these pictures and just start to write stories based on the confidence that they've learned doing this. So I'm going to just save this for the sake of getting out of it. And I can show you a page they have specifically for educators. Okay, maybe it's not going to let me get out that way, so I'm going to come back here. And it's called Studio. So you can see that it is set up. I have it as Miss Cohen's class. It's set up to use in the classroom environment. You can have a list of your students. You can give them assignments on here. But what's really interesting is that if your student creates a work of art, a beautiful book, a beautiful story, you can have their parents buy it online, and some of that funding can go straight to your classroom. 30% will go back to you. So I think it's a really cool way for, I think that parents probably don't want any more wrapping paper and they don't want any more magazines, but this is something they can cherish forever, and it supports the school. So there's a lot of really cool things you can do. There's also safety, concerns like private parent showcase. You see here if you wanted to show the parents all of the books that your children have been working on, but not have to worry about them going into the public. So In general, I think it's a really great education tool. I think it can be used in social studies if you wanted to do historical fiction with your kids. I think it can be used if you wanted to create a custom story, a story about your children in kindergarten. They would absolutely love that. They would think it was magical if their names were in the middle of a story. And it's so easy to do, and it ends up looking so beautiful and professional. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you a book that I made, and I'll read it to you just like I would to a kindergartner, just so you can get an idea of what a final product might look like. And in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I decided to write my story about that. So, Olivia Sage by Miss Cohen. There once was a girl named Olivia Sage. Her three favorite things are her pets, her fabulous friends, and sleep, of course. She dreamt at night of finding someone to spend and share her heart with. She was happy, but wanted more. She loved her pets, but she wanted someone to take her to the movies. She wanted someone to take her dancing. She wanted someone to shower her with gifts. She wanted someone to share secrets with. She wanted someone to love. So Olivia searched and searched. She looked to the stars. She read book after book on how to find someone to love. The harder she looked, the worse she felt. It was almost Valentine's Day. Time was running out. What's a girl to do? Valentine's Day came and went. Olivia Sage bought herself a flower. She took herself on adventures. She went out dancing with her friends. She remembered that she was already loved. She bought the prettiest clothes because she loved them, not because someone else might. Olivia remembered that you only have to love yourself and the fun of life will follow. The end.